In this video we're going to go through the banking setup. The first thing that we're going to do is amend the bank. So if I go into Find Bank, I will see that there's already a bank set up for me. So when we create a new company, we always have at least one bank set up, and then you can just go and amend the detail on this bank. So the bank name is going to be HSBC, branch is going to be Manchester. I'm just going to fill in the address details, etc. We can also put a sort code in this screen as well if we have the sort code. I'm just going to put one in anyway. Okay, so there's our bank. If I just refresh the screen, we'll now see that it's HSBC in Manchester. What we've then got beneath the bank, or within a bank, we then can have multiple bank accounts. Now, as standard in Interprise, when we set up a new company, we'll again get two bank accounts. You may only use one of these accounts, but there's two there in case you want to use them. Although they're set up as GBP, we can amend the currency code on the bank before we actually post any transactions to it. Once we post transactions, it'll lock the currency to whichever it is. Okay, so what we want to do now is go into bank account 1. So I can either double click it from within the bank, or alternatively I can go into Find Bank Account on here, and that will show both bank accounts, and it also shows which bank they belong to. So I'm going to go and amend bank account number 1, and we want that to be a HSBC current account. Okay, so current account type. The account type doesn't really matter anyway, it's just for your reference. Account code is the nominal code. There's already a bank nominal assigned to that one, and then the account number, which is obviously the bank account number. Okay, we've also got the option to put overdraft limits and things like that in there, so it's just optional fields there. And down the bottom, if there's any transactions against the bank, that's where they'd show. Okay, so that's bank account 1 that I've amended. What I'm now going to do is amend bank account 2 to be a euro account. So this one's going to be HSBC euro current account. Okay, I'll change that to current account again. Again, it's got a bank nominal in, and I'm going to put the account number in. And this time we are going to change the currency to euros. Okay, so I'm going to save and close out of that. That's then one's amended. Okay, now in a few seconds we're going to create a new bank account, but before we can do that we actually need to create a new bank nominal to actually assign to that bank account. So what I'm going to do is, if I just firstly start to create the bank account, I'm sort of doing this out of step so I can show you. I select which bank I want to create that for, and a new bank account is going to be HSBC US dollar current account, and this is the part where it needs the account code. So if I click the down arrow there, it only shows nominal codes that are marked as being bank nominals that aren't already assigned to other accounts. So at the moment we've only got an undeposited receipts nominal, which isn't the one I want. So what I'm now going to do is go back to the previous step in the manual and go and create that nominal code. I'm going to leave that screen open anyway, and I'm going to go into the accounting module, and I'm going to go new account code, and we'll cover creating different account codes when we get to the accounting setup, but for this I'm just going to create a user-defined account, so I'm just going to key the account code in, and it's going to be a simple account structure. And in here we're going to create a nominal code called numbered 1208, and the description of that is going to be bank account USD. Okay, now hopefully it's going to be an asset, it's going to be a current asset, and it's going to be cash at bank. And this is the important flag to tick if we intend to use it as a bank nominal. Need to tick that there. Okay, so we'll go next. This just shows us the accounts it's going to create, shows us they're not duplicates, and now finish. That should now have created our bank nominal. So now if I go back to my bank, I should now have that to select. So there we go, we've got the bank account USD now. So I'm going to put the account number in again. And I'm going to set the currency to be US dollars. Okay, and that's that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is key in some opening balances for our bank. So, not in accounting, in banking, go into setup, and then opening balances. If I double click the opening balances, it opens a similar screen to the ones I'm sure you've already seen in the other modules. So this is where we key in our bank account code. Bank account 1 is going to be used for the first one. It's going to be a receipt. Reference 1 is going to be OB. Reference 2 is going to be OB. And the date is going to be the 30th of the 11th, 2007. And the amount is going to be £2,000. Okay, now what I can do if I want to is use the F6 key again to copy that down to the next record, even though I'm obviously going to have to change some things on here. So this one is going to be the payment. Reference is going to be 1001.